The advent of the jet era presented a new set of problems to the designers and manufacturers of naval aircraft. As jets needed longer runways, engineers were forced to outfit carriers with complicated and expensive systems for assisted takeoff and landing. Even in the late 1950s, contemporary aircraft catapults still left much to be desired. And that's why major powers of the world started developing VTOL tech, or aircraft with vertical takeoff and landing capabilities. Two countries that achieved exceptional results in that race were the UK and the USSR. And so War Thunder features the aircraft of the Harrier family, available in the British and the American tech trees, and the Yak-38, found in the Soviet tech tree. Today we're going to talk about the ways you can unlock the full potential of these unique aircraft. The British Harrier was the first ever production aircraft with vertical takeoff and landing capabilities. This ground attacker was also produced under license in the US as the AV-8. One of the defining attributes of this particular design is that it accelerates like a beast. On the runway, it goes faster than Rank 7 fighters, even though the positions are quickly reversed in the air, as the Harrier can't fly at supersonic speeds. Other things to consider are that it's not super maneuverable and not easy to handle, but both of these problems can be solved by proper thrust vectoring. Changing the thrust vector bleeds a lot of speed, making you an easy target, but when done right, it allows the Harrier to outmaneuver even opponents that are known for their exceptional agility. The Harrier GR.1 is one of the most dangerous aircraft of the series, as it can carry up to 4 SRAAM missiles. They don't have a big range, but they're exceptionally maneuverable and can pull an overload of 20 G, allowing them to track and hit targets that are very agile. The SRAAM should be launched at a distance of around 1,200 meters to the target. At this range, the missile definitely has enough juice to successfully intercept the enemy. That's not to say that the GR.1 can't be used as a strike aircraft. After all, it can carry 3 1,000-pound bombs and 72 rockets. The Harrier GR.3 ditched the SRAAM in favor of the AIM-9G air-to-air missile, which is not as agile but has a longer reach, as it can be launched at a range of 5 kilometers. The aircraft also received a new engine, resulting in better flying performance, and was fitted with flare dispensers to protect the GR.3 from heat-seeking missiles, which was a big upgrade, as under the same circumstances, the first Harrier could only turn their engine off or rely on evasive maneuvers. Finally, the ultimate version of the British series is the Harrier GR.7. Apart from a new engine and better flying characteristics, it also has new payload options, including a variety of smart bombs of different weights, from 500 pounds to 2,000 pounds. They're guided by a special targeting pod which has access to thermal vision, meaning that the aircraft is effective against ground targets at any time of day or night. New AGM-65D Maverick missiles are an excellent anti-tank weapon, while AIM-9L missiles protect you from other aircraft. And that's without even mentioning the Harrier's 25mm cannons. All in all, it's one of the most versatile attack aircraft out there. The AV-8A and the AV-8C, which are the American export versions of the Harriers, are very similar to the GR.3. They're equipped with 2 AIM-9G missiles, the same Pegasus engines and flares, but keep in mind that American Harriers have a dedicated payload preset for countermeasures. Another thing that sets them apart from their British counterparts is that they have access to a different set of anti-tank weapons, like Zuni rockets, for example. With a bit of help from a ballistics computer, these seemingly unguided rockets can be used with surgical precision to hit the roofs of enemy tanks. A solid hit with one of these will instantly KO even an MBT. Soviet VTOL aircraft are a bit of a special story, as they were developed under slightly different circumstances. For instance, the Yak-38 was designed to have one main engine and 2 auxiliary ones that were used purely for takeoff and landing. Due to that, this aircraft can't use thrust vectoring to augment its maneuverability, but can easily break the sound barrier. Apart from speed, another big selling point of the Yak-38 is that it can carry R-60 air-to-air missiles that are pretty effective at its respective BR. Compared to early Harriers, the Soviet aircraft has different strike capabilities, as it has access to guided anti-tank munitions, specifically the X-23M air-to-surface missile that can hit ground vehicles from outside the range of enemy AA guns. It's worth noting that there's also the Yak-38M, which is a modified variant fitted with a GSH-23L 23mm gun that's very handy when engaging enemy fighters. VTOL aircraft of War Thunder, just like their real-life counterparts, come with a set of advantages and disadvantages. But the latter aren't a big deal if the aircraft is in the hands of a good pilot and a well-trained crew. Were there any crazy shenanigans or feats that you personally managed to pull off on a VTOL aircraft? Tell us in the comments below, and see you in battle.